Hey everybody, welcome to Special Spice. Tonight we continue our Christmas exploration of Europe with the Brussels Winter Wonders. These Christmas markets take over the city center, and we'll see the whole thing while trying food and drink and witnessing the mesmerizing Grand Place light show. We'll also take time to compare our experiences with the markets we saw in Cologne, Germany. So come along, let's have some fun. We have arrived at Brussels Central Station, and we are going to
the Winter Wonders Christmas Market. Yeah.
It is about a 5-minute walk west from the train station to the Christmas market. So the first one you'll see is Ukrainian Village. We saw a couple of chalets set up. We were calling them booths, but they're chalets. And we're gonna keep on walking. We see some lights in the distance.
Wow.
There's icicle lights in the trees. We got Omegang Chalet right here. Looks really pretty.
And look what you can see inside. Oh my God. Giant polar bear.
The outside of a restaurant to build like a wood covering. So your outdoor seating is a nice woodsy, wintry flair.
I am a little overwhelmed at every turn we make, every which way we look. There's Christmas stuff. Every single storefront window is decked out with some holly and lights and garland. Christmas munch? Ooh, they're little jellies. Oh man, so cute.
So Brussels is known for having a fair bit of Art Deco in their design. This is actually our first time in Brussels, but we're here primarily for the Christmas market. If you ever wanted a miniature historical figure, this is your place. Even soldiers.
And if you're looking for where Grand Place is, they have these very handy signs. Grand Place, that way.
So we're now in Grand Place, the center of Brussels. It's very impressive. Some people are staking out spots, waiting for the show. Kind of like a Disneyland parade.
I don't wait for Disneyland parades, so we're gonna come back.
Yeah, we show up a minute before they start. So many cute little chocolate shops. This area is quite touristy, but with all the Christmas lights, it makes it worth it at this moment. What is this huge crowd gathered for? Manneken Pis.
They covered him with some Christmas pajamas.
I gotta say, this is better than the Little Mermaid in Copenhagen. They have a chalet right here with some skis, some mulled wine. Looks very cozy, very gezellig. If you can hear that music. I'm a sucker for Christmas brass. At the Cologne market, there was a Christmas brass band, remember?
Yeah, that was fun.
They were great.
No live band here, but at least they're playing some brass band music.
I know. I can pretend it's a live band. If you
just don't look.
If you squint really hard, you'll see a brass band.
It's a very Christmassy atmosphere, so we got ourselves some warm Glühwein.
Yeah, it has chunks in it.
Of oranges.
Yeah.
Yum. How is it?
It's good. I would say the chunks and the rich flavor is better than the Cologne one.
Oh.
But the spices, not quite as strong, or not quite as high quality as the Cologne
I see.
one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do like the citrus bits in it. And also it has a really strong licorice taste, and I'm pretty sure that's because of the star anise in it.
Ooh.
So.
Getting rowdy. Is it Tchaikovsky?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I love how you cranked it up. The original rock and roll. So if you watched our Cologne Christmas market video, you saw that the Cologne markets were very concentrated, like a concentrated zone. But here in Brussels, you may notice it's more spread out throughout the city center. So it's more just wandering around, seeing what you find. For example, right here, we're actually seeing some of the chalets and booths.
So this Brussels Christmas market has over 200 of these booths or chalets, and each one is an artist or a craftsman with different things to offer. So this one looks like jewelry and Christmas ornaments. Ooh, fun. The one that we just passed earlier was pashmina shawls. Ooh, this is wines of Belgium. Yum. So lots of fun things, lots of unique Christmas traditions. I'm excited. And it is very crowded, as you can tell. It feels a little like sardines right now.
I think it's extra full because the show just ended.
That's right.
I don't think it would normally be this way. Also, it's Friday night.
That smells amazing. Oh, they're nuts. Candied nuts. Christmas bears. Polar bears. You don't see that every day, do you, Tyler?
No.
Some warm clothing options, berets. Ooh, my dad, fun fact, got me a beret from Ferris when I was a child. So that's the one and only beret I've ever owned. Ooh, the Craft Club has the Millennium Falcon and some other fun things to make.
So this feels like the main part of the Christmas market. We're here in front of the Belgian beer experience. And also one observation is there are so many people from Spain here. So if you're watching and you're from Spain, let us know, like, how come so many Spanish people have come to Brussels? I mean, I get it, we're here too, but it's like a really high percent.
Yeah, I feel like every other person that we hear speaking is speaking Spanish from Spain.
Like I'm hearing more Spanish than French.
That's
even
so
though
interesting.
French is the main language in Brussels.
We have found the Waterloo Brewery and Distillery, and they have some pretty fun options. They are hustling. There's only 2 of them. Merci beaucoup.
Perfect.
Merci.
Which one is that?
This is the Ruby Christmas? No, what is it called?
Gordon Xmas.
Okay, so this is the Gordon Christmas. It is a ruby Christmas beer from Waterloo Distillery and Brewery.
That looks so ruby.
It honestly looks like a Guinness, but let's taste it. Cheers.
Prost.
Ooh. At first it just kind of tastes like a typical darker beer, but at the end it has a really nice like cranberry tart cherry bite. I really like it. It's also not syrupy and heavy. It's actually quite light on your tongue. I like it a lot.
Does it taste like Christmas?
It does.
Sweet.
Merry Christmas.
Rubylicious. And he's on the table.
Oh.
For food, I got a hero. I got the vegetarian one.
Yum.
It's very delicious, nice flavors, nice sauce. However, I feel like it's missing like falafel or something that functions as the meat in there because it feels a little bit like it's the beef one and they took the beef out.
Oh.
But the flavors are nice. I just don't know how filling it'll be. That's all.
I see. And then I went to a booth that had seafood. So I got some fresh oysters shucked right in front of me, and then some escargot de la mer. De la mer? Oh man. Sometimes I'm a little convincing apparently in my fake it till you make it French, because they all thought I spoke French and I was like, hell. So these are the escargot de la mer. Sea snails. Snails of the sea. And he took them out of the shells right in front of me. Can you see that? Look how gorgeous those are. They are warm and they're in this like super flavorful broth. Here we go. Whoa. Yum. Oh my gosh, they're cooked so wonderfully. The last time I had escargot, I was really young. And they definitely tasted like balloons because they were so chewy and rubbery. Overcooked. These are fantastic. Wow.
Festive spot, O'Reilly's Irish Pub. Lots of lights in this section and glistening cobblestone. Very festive, yeah. It's like a Christmas carnival or a Christmas fair. It just takes over Brussels.
I love it.
Heck yeah.
You can feel how festive everything is. Everyone has like that energy of just like celebratory feelings.
Yeah.
It feels good.
For sure. This section is popping like that. There's an arch over there. Should we go?
Yeah.
Head towards the arch of lights, the lights of arch. If you look carefully, you can see Santa in one of those windows. This place is called Wolf. It's a food market. Looks like it might be in an old bank. Loaded with Christmas decorations. But yeah, if you want some food outside of the Christmas market, this is a great option. Lots of variety.
We're here at Place De Brouckère. I think I'm saying that right. There's a fun Santa ride where you can ride the sleigh and reindeer. They have a little game where you fish for ornaments and get a little plushie prize. And an igloo that's actually a virtual reality universe where you put goggles on and you can ride Santa's sleigh, I think. Place De Brouckère. Oh, my French. So more chalets, lots of small businesses with food and arts and crafts. And back there is the ice skating rink. We're at the ice rink. So there's the little kids area over there on the left. And this is the curling lanes. How fun. We saw this in Cologne as well. And then back there is the regular ice skating rink. This is the first booth we've seen where it's food and then they have seating in their booth, like an extension. That's so cute. Urban Cooks.
And one of the main signs for the event. And the carousel. One of the cooler carousels we've ever seen. Look at those. You can like move them up and down. What is it, like Renaissance or something?
Steampunk.
Steampunk. Yeah, it's pretty rad.
This place is really awesome. This section of the winter market has the coolest carousel I've ever seen in my life, a steampunk carousel. The creators market section of the chalets, and then a church, Sainte-Catherine.
Yeah, that church is beautiful. Love the color accents. And yeah, the creators market looks neat. Some nice little booths, vendors here.
This section's really awesome. Lots of awesome food choices. I saw some Mongolian food, but I am entranced by this really fun barrel.
So we noticed that this section here is more Belgian locals and less tourists. We also noticed that in general the market's been very packed. We don't know if it's like this every night or if it's just that it's Friday night, but it's been a festive, crowded market.
Woo, so packed.
I also noticed there's a lot of BYOB, bring your own beer or drink. A lot of people bringing their own drinks and chugging with their friends.
We noticed an entire building sponsored by Stella Artois. Even their chandeliers are made out of Stella glasses. My goodness, they're everywhere here, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of red inside and the Christmas tree, so it looks like a pretty cool environment in there.
Amidst all the craziness, we still found some fun booths. I don't know what this is, but that's cool. Oh, it's marshmallows. Wow, oh, it's a candy booth with the most festive backgrounds. Wow. What an incredible booth for candy. This igloo is a champagne bar right in front of the Ferris wheel. So we noticed there's actually bathrooms in this section of the winter market. We didn't see any in the central area, huh?
It's pretty important. With all the people are drinking, like, you gotta have bathrooms.
Yeah.
Ta-da! The large Ferris wheel. Doesn't look that Christmassy outside of the wreath, but that's okay.
There's just so many places to see and so many things to see here, and there's just so many people. So if you're coming, make sure to be ready for that, and make sure to be, you know, thoroughly prepared to get very Christmassy and also just very crowded.
So Brussels has a strong comic book scene, and Tintin, Adventures of Tintin, actually came from Brussels. The author, Herge, I don't know how to pronounce it, Herge is from Brussels.
Nice. I love Tintin. Let's be real. My favorite part of Tintin's actually his dog. La Musée Imaginaire de Tintin. Oh, cute! Look, it's a little shark boat. This wall has really fun old Tintin adventures. How fun. Red Rackham's Treasure. That one seems to be the one I'm drawn to most. Is that a mushroom Tintin? They have fun bags. Tintin shirts. Some Tintin art. 1934. Wow, these are really, really old. Loch Lomond. I know that song. If you want some Tintin Christmas cards, you can snag them here.
We're back in the Grand Place Square. It's weird how dark it is. There's a mass of people. If you look carefully, you can see little statues or gargoyles on the tops of buildings. Santa.
Santa in the window. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Chers visiteurs, bienvenue à Maison d'hiver. Best of the surface. Welcome to the winter.
They might do the tree scene.
Dear visitors, welcome to Winter Wonders. Dans quelques instants, place à la magie du spectacle d'inauguration où nous allumons ensemble le grand sapin. Binnen enkele ogenblikken begint de magische openingsshow waarin soundniveaus kerstboom's geluid staan. 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4.
3, 2, 1.
Like something like this.
The hordes of people leaving the show. These are regular streets. It's a Christmas street takeover. So Mo, how was the Winter Wonders light show?
It was really awesome. I've never gotten to see anything like that made by an entire city, and there were just thousands of people in the square. It was awesome, and it was really magical. Like, the music was magical. There was even like an EDM section, and then they had these like giant owls flying around, and then it culminated in the Christmas tree lighting, and you can just hear everyone gasping like
For sure.
It was beautiful.
Could you see the French influences in the show?
Absolutely. You could absolutely see the French influences in the show. I loved it.
Mo worked for Cirque du Soleil, which is actually from Montreal, right?
It
Not
is. It's from
France,
Montreal.
Yeah, but French people in Montreal.
Yes.
Yeah, I could definitely get whiffs of a French influence in some of the music and some of the eccentricity.
Eccentricities. Yes, it actually runs every night starting at 5 o'clock usually, as long as it's dark enough, every 30 minutes. So if you want to catch it, definitely check it out. So the show's around 10 minutes long, so it's, you know, huge payoff for just 10 minutes of your time.
Thank you for joining us as we explored the Brussels Christmas market. It was our first time here and we're so happy we got to experience it. So our advice is to exit the central station, see the Christmas cheer around there, including that arcade that we showed you, see the lights show, and then beeline over to behind Sainte-Catherine's where the Ferris wheel is to see that section. Because the areas in between there, they were more touristy and didn't have that like local energy and excitement.
Absolutely. So if we're being honest, we preferred the Cologne Christmas markets a little bit more. It was just like beloved, right? And it was like a Christmas tradition and they were all out enjoying it. This one just feels like a giant carnival that has Christmas decorations, and it's so touristed that it's like hard to feel that like soul and spirit that makes it feel just like that extra. Honestly, there's no other word for it except special. So it is a really fun experience here in Brussels. It's definitely a spectacle, but if you're looking for that like really nostalgic, enchanting feeling, the Cologne Christmas markets were it for us. So,
yeah, for sure.
loved
Yeah,
it.
I would agree. I think the Brussels one, you're just coming to have a good time with Christmas decorations. A lot of people were drinking a lot, and yeah, it's a carnival, it's a festival. But that like special, unique experience is the Cologne markets. And of course, we want to see more European Christmas markets in the future.
Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And remember to stay curious and stay grateful.
Stay spicy, my friends.
Spicy now.